Good morning, good day, fellow leaders. Thank you so much once again for tuning with me this morning, this afternoon, on the leadership engagement. And I just want to inform you that you can also get some of these videos on YouTube channel, which is Peter Tutubalang. My surname is spelled Tutubalang. You can get some of these videos. You are more than welcome to share them to your friends and your colleagues because I believe they can help them somehow. Today I want to speak to you about problem solving for under-resourced. Problem solving for under-resourced. I believe that all organizations aren't the same. There are organizations that are very resourced and there are those organizations that are under-resourced. There are churches and businesses that are under-resourced and organizations that are under-resourced. And today I want to speak to you about how can you solve problem if you're under-resourced. Remember, if you are well-resourced as a church, as a business, you can actually outsource consultants to come and sort out issues for you in your organization and just give a printout of results. And how can you go around about it in solving it? So if you're under-resourced, sometimes it's difficult even just to get consultants just to come and help you to solve your own issues within your church, within your business. And today I want to speak to you about how can you go about it, if you're under-resourced in terms of problem solving. The first thing that is important is your people. You see, your people are your own resources. Use your own people because they like solving problems. I believe that in every organization, in every church, in every business, you find creative people. You find people that are very passionate to sit around the table for a day long, and even through the night, just to solve problems of your organization. And I want to encourage you, fellow leader, use those creative people in your organization who love solving problems to solve some of your problems that you're encountering that you cannot really outsource an outside consultant to come and help you regarding that. As a leader, help people with serious problems, not the least. It is important. Help people with serious problems, not the least. One of the things that I've seen with leaders, sometimes we overwhelm ourselves and we take up responsibility to solve things that are just the least. They're just minor, they're not major. So make sure that you concern yourself as a leader with major problems, serious problems that you need to solve. The rest, leave it to other people, to your staff, to your volunteers, even your elders to sort them out. I know sometimes it can be difficult for some of our leaders who wants to do everything in organization, but the truth of the matter is that if you want to grow, if you want your organization to grow, if you want the people around you to grow, you can't do everything. You need to learn to delegate. You need to learn to let go certain things to other people to run with them and to solve those issues. The second important aspect that is very critical in problem solving for under-resourced organization is your board, is your elders. You may call them elders, you may call them board. That the board or the elders play a very, very critical role in your church as a leader. And therefore, it is important also to learn to evaluate your board meetings. Don't just have board meetings and you don't evaluate them. It is important that we evaluate our board meetings as leaders. Some churches, they call it governing bodies, some they call it board, some they call them eldership. It is important to always evaluate. Now, in your board meetings, it is very, very important that you wrestle with the decision. You wrestle with the decision till you know who's doing what. Wrestle with that decision-making process. Wrestle with that issue that you are discussing till you are sure who is doing what. It is very, very important. Sometimes the confusion in many organizations and churches is the fact that sometimes after the meeting, no one knows who does what. It is important as a leader to always make sure that when the meeting is concluded, every decision that you have taken, there is someone accountable for it. You must know who's doing what. You need a champion for everything that you are doing in the church, someone that you can hold accountable regarding that matter. The other thing that is important is that it is important also to clarify. You need clarity between the elders, the board, and the staff or volunteers. Some of us churches, we don't have really full-time staff. We've got volunteers. People are just helping us. They're working. They just come in and help us. And clarify their responsibilities between the elders and the staff. Sometimes the elders can go overboard. They want to do everything. They want to be everywhere. You need to make sure that there's clarity in terms of who's doing what and what is the scope of the elders and the staff. Always clarify whose purview should be. Whether elders, whether volunteers, whether staff. Clarify whose purview should be as a leader. You know, the other thing that is important, again, when you deal with your elders, regarding your elders and the meetings, is that you need to always evaluate your meetings as a leader. You know, evaluate your meetings as a leader. For instance, you can ask the following 3 questions, you know, to evaluate your church meetings, your church management meetings as a leader. You know, did we honor God? In everything that we discussed that night, that day, did we really honor God? You know, the second question is, was there an agreement between us? Did we come to some sort of an agreement? Did we agree? You know, or are we divided? You know, did we agree? Was there an agreement? The third question is, did the elders try to do the work of the staff or the volunteers? You see, you need to be very serious regarding that, because that will kill the morale of your staff with volunteers. If they know that this is mine, this is my responsibility, these are the things that I need to do, then your elder takes it over, your board member takes it over and does it, it's going to kill the morale of your leaders, you know, and your staff and your volunteers. Therefore, you need to always ask that critical question. Did the elders try to do the staff work or the responsibility of the staff? It must be clear who does what and who does not do what. Those things should be clear. Who does what and who does not do what. And therefore, leaders, I want to encourage you. You know, I believe that every organization, every church, every business, regardless of how small you are, how under-resourced you are, you have capable people under your care, you know, that can really solve these problems with you. Remember, use your resources, which is your people. Your people are your number 1 resource. And secondly, you know, use your board or your elders effectively. You know, evaluate your meetings. You know, it should be very clear whose purview is it, whether elders or staff, when it comes to certain responsibilities. Thank you so much for tuning in today. You are more than welcome to share these videos with your colleagues. Thank you so much. Blessings.